Hermetic Laws, the hidden codes of reality, the ancient secret that shapes reality itself. For thousands of years, a hidden wisdom has woven itself into the fabric of existence, a secret mystery that passed down in whispers, guarded by mystics and feared by those in power. At the heart of this mystery stands a legendary figure, Hermes Trismegistus, a master of the universe said to have lived for millennia, leaving behind texts of unfathomable power, the Emerald Tablet, the Corpus Hermeticum, secrets that shaped civilizations. A being beyond time, a fusion of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. His teachings traveled through the ages, evolving, hidden in plain sight, until one day they were revealed in the Kybalion, a book that codified these ancient truths, a book that speaks of the 7 Hermetic Laws, the universal forces that govern not just the cosmos, but your very existence. Today, science is catching up. What was once dismissed as mysticism is now emerging in quantum physics, neuroscience, and psychology. Once you understand these laws, you don't just see the world differently. You gain the power to bend reality itself. So the real question is, are you ready to awaken? Law 1, the law of mentalism. All is mind. The hidden power that shapes reality. Everything you see, everything you touch is an illusion, not because it isn't real, but because it's not physical. The ancients knew this. They called it the principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Everything that exists began as a thought, not just in your mind, but in the mind of the all, the universal consciousness that creates everything. And here's the secret. Your mind is a fragment of that same power. Do you want proof that it works? Then let me tell you the true story of John Kavanaugh, a prisoner of war in Vietnam, 1967. Locked in a dark, solitary cell. No books, no training, no freedom. But every day he played golf in his mind. He felt the grip of the club, visualized every stroke, every hole, every victory. When he was finally freed after 7 years, something incredible happened. The first time he stepped onto a real course, he played like a pro. No practice, no coach, just the power of thought. Neuroscience also confirms it now. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined experiences. In quantum physics, it tells us the observer influences reality itself. So, what reality are you creating? Because if the universe is mentalism, then what does that mean for everything else? Once you understand this law, nothing will ever be the same again. Law 2, the law of correspondence. For centuries, mystics and scholars have whispered a truth so profound, it was carved into the walls of ancient Egyptian temples, a truth that connects everything, from the stars in the sky to the neurons in your brain. As above, so below. As within, so without. Connection between the different planes of existence, physical, mental, and spiritual. Patterns and structures at one level of reality reflect those at other levels. This also refers to the relationship between the individual microcosm and the universe macrocosm. Look around you and look within you. Your veins branch like rivers, like lightning in the sky. The galaxies above mirror the structure of the atoms below. The branches of a tree resemble the airways in your lungs. This is not coincidence. It's a blueprint, fractal geometry, the Fibonacci sequence, the hidden design of reality itself. The principle of correspondence teaches us that the universe is a mirror. What exists in one plane, physical, mental, or spiritual, reflects in another. The same intelligence that forms the stars, forms the atoms in your body. The world outside of you is simply a projection of what lies within. Our inner world, our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, is reflected in our outer reality. So if your life is filled with chaos, it's not just out there, it's inside you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and above all, your daily habits. The more a man knows himself, the more he knows the universe and what is beyond it. The universe is seen as a great mirror where our internal state shapes the world around us, so if we change the world within, the world outside will follow. Once you understand this law, you don't just navigate reality, you create it. Law 3, the law of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves. For centuries, ancient sages spoke of a hidden force, something unseen yet felt everywhere. In modern times, we call it energy. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything around you, everything within you, is in constant motion, from the pulse of your heartbeat to the frequency of your thoughts. Even the solid ground beneath your feet is just energy, vibrating at a lower frequency. You think manifestation is about chasing? You don't chase it. You become it. You match its vibration. This is not magic, it's physics. Quantum mechanics tells us that at the smallest level, particles exist as waves until observed. Your focus, your intention, your vibration shapes your reality. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So how to understand energy and frequency? Vibration is a spectrum of different frequencies. Fear and love, chaos and peace, weakness and power. They are not separate forces, they are the same energy, but vibrating at different frequencies. So, if you raise your vibration, you can raise your reality. Master your internal frequency, and you will master your destiny. Because once you understand this law, you stop reacting to life and start creating it. Law 4, the law of polarity. Everything has its opposite. For centuries, the greatest minds have known a secret that can turn pain into power, fear into strength, and failure into wisdom. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites, everything exists on a spectrum between two poles. Light and dark, hot and cold, love and hate. They are not enemies, they are the same force, same energy, but just different degrees of the same energy in same spectrum and seen from different sides. The universe is built on polarity, and so is your mind. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. This is the basis of transmutation, changing one state into another like fear to courage. Psychology confirms it. A simple shift in perspective can turn fear into courage and pain into power. You don't escape suffering, you transmute it. By recognizing the interconnectedness of opposites, we can shift our perception of them and transform negative states into positive ones. Eliminate the undesirable by changing its polarity. Because your struggles, your heartbreaks, your failures, they aren't stopping you. They are shaping you. There is no absolute right or wrong. Wisdom lies in the dynamic balance between polarities. By intentionally adjusting your vibration to the frequency of abundance, you naturally attract opportunities aligned with the pole of prosperity. True transformation comes when we realize that we are not at the mercy of these opposites, but are co-creators of our reality, by becoming aware that everything has two polarities, and we can use this as a tool to move towards growth. The key to true wisdom lies in understanding the necessity of opposites while simultaneously transcending the idea of separation. So if everything has an opposite, then why does life move in cycles? Law 5, the law of rhythm. Everything flows. For centuries, the wise have watched the skies. Ancient tribes tracked the moon, kings studied the tides, billionaires study market cycles, because those who understand rhythm master time itself. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things have their ups and downs, periods of activity and rest. Life moves in cycles. The seasons change. The stock market rises and falls. Your emotions, your energy, even your heartbeat, all follow a rhythm. There is always an action and a reaction, an advance and retreat, a rising and sinking. By recognizing and accepting the cyclical nature of life, we can learn to navigate its ebbs and flow with greater ease, understanding that all moments are temporary, nothing is permanent. We can learn to flow with the tides, using it as a compass rather than a chain. There is a time to act and a time to wait, a time to rise and a time to fall. But those who resist life's rhythms, they suffer. Those who learn to ride the wave, they win. Winter never lasts forever, but neither does summer. The great ones don't panic in the low moments. They prepare for the next rise. You don't have to force life. You just have to move with it. Because once you understand this law, you stop drowning in the emotional tides and start surfing them. But if life moves in cycles, is anything truly random? Law 6, the law of cause and effect. Nothing happens by chance. Every action has a reaction. Every thought creates a ripple. Your life? It's not luck. It is the sum of every choice you have ever made. Success isn't magic. Neither is failure. There are no accidents, only causes and effects. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Causation operates on multiple planes, physical, mental, and spiritual, and often over vast timelines, also termed as karma. We have the power of our choices within us to consciously create the effects we desire. Every thought or act we undertake is a seed that will inevitably bear fruit. Taking responsibility is essential for growth, realizing that all our experiences are our own creation. You want a different future? Change the cause and the effect must follow. Every thought, every decision, every habit, you are planting seeds, and whether you like it or not, they will bear fruit. Nothing is random. What we call chance is a term for unrecognized laws that we haven't yet understood. Everything happens according to law. What we are today is the result of our thoughts of yesterday. What we will be tomorrow is the result of our thoughts today. But if every action has a reaction, how do we balance the forces within us? Law 7, the law of gender, the balance of energies. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. Masculine energy is active, directing, and projective. Feminine energy is receptive, nurturing, and generative. This principle applies beyond physical sex to the mental and spiritual planes. The unity of these two energies is essential for creation. Balance between the two is crucial for creativity and manifesting reality, both internally and externally. Masculine and feminine, logic and intuition, action and stillness. These energies are not opposites. They are two halves of the same force. Masculine energy pushes forward. It is action, direction, and logic. Feminine energy receives and nurtures. It is intuition, creation, and flow. Embrace both masculine and feminine qualities within yourself to achieve wholeness, self-mastery, and conscious creation. Too much action without stillness? Burnout. Too much stillness without action? Stagnation. The universe itself is created through the balance of these forces. Achieve balance through practices that integrate both logic, masculine, and intuition, feminine. When we can achieve this balance within ourselves, we're well equipped to harness all of these principles and use them in our lives for good. The generative principle caring for what we intend also exists within this law. The feminine principle is the only one that always carries out the active creative work on all planes of reality. The key to creating our reality lies in our focused, sustained, and deliberately conscious attention to something. Success is not about choosing one, it's about mastering both. Have you found your balance? Because once you do, you unlock true power. The Hermetic principles are not isolated concepts. They are interwoven and connected, each depending on the others for a complete understanding of reality. For instance, the law of attraction comes from the law of vibration. The principles highlight the power of the mind in creating our reality. By understanding these principles, we can move from being passive observers of life to conscious creators of our experience. The one who masters these principles becomes the master of their own reality. These are not just ancient teachings. They are not just theories. They are the code behind reality itself. Everything you experience, your successes, your failures, your joy, your pain, it's not random. It's not luck. It is governed by laws. Laws that show us that the mind creates, that everything is connected, that what we send out must return. Now that you know these laws, how will you use them? The 7 Hermetic principles offer a profound framework for understanding the universe and our place within it. They emphasize that we are not merely passive observers, but active co-creators of our reality. By applying these principles, we can achieve greater self-mastery and live a more conscious and fulfilling life. The key is to understand that by understanding these universal laws, we can consciously shape our lives and manifest our desires.